Shalom and welcome. I'm Rivka the Jade Gamer, and I'm going to take a moment to talk about the really cool system I saw you create and how I would add to it with some tools that I have. I've already included in the post on Reddit that also contains this link a link to the random dungeon products that I use. But we are going to, because you rolled a size 2 scale, I'm going to roll 3 6-sided dice 2 times. So 6, 2, 6, and 6, 4, 3. That is good. One moment. I want to bring this over to this right here. This is my incarnate, my personal uploads. But we had 6, 2, 6, so this is 6, 2, and it was the last one in this category, right? So that goes there. And then we had 6, 4, 3. So this one is 6, 3, and 4, so... And we're going to grab the third one. Now these are the two components that I'm going to use to create our new map. Let me adjust this here. And I'm going to pop up there. And just slide myself right here. Alright, so the concept that you have, military building that is on a building scale. Here. Yeah. This was kind of a last minute decision that I was making. So somehow I'm going to use these two to come up with our map, which I'm actually already seeing. Yes. The initial purpose of this piece was bridges in a dungeon. And we're going to put this in the center here. Alright. So this area was aspected over wood. We are going to use our fill tool. To fill all. This is a watercolor map. Let's grab a good path block. Or path template, or ground. Image. Texture. We want this to nestle right in here. We'll apply that. Now we're going to move to this. And these here are going to become paths eventually. With that. We can now delete this. This already gives us a good military base structure. And what we have, let's grab here. Heavy wooden door, and then a heavy wooden door up there. And then we've got the very basic shape of the building. So let's take some walls. And start filling in here. the doors will, of course, shrink down to fit the overall structure when I'm done. But I just wanted to have those marked. That goes there. And I do need another one to come down like this. Alright, so if we're operating on a different scale, well, you can see that I'm not using any this built a good outline for the outpost on its own. The 4 bridges, or the 2 bridges crossing, created a good scene, or good backdrop for it. I am going to be back when I have something to actually show. Alright, I am just going through and cleaning up angles. Alright. So here... we'll pop that back a little. Alright. Okay. So, we have on this map a few things to take note of. Something secret. Trap. Lock. And lock. That's what the S, T's, and L's mean. Alright. So let's take an internal wall. Now, I'm not going to lie about there being a room back there. Uh, what we are going to do is the secret. The secret isn't that the room exists, but it is the essence machination used to open it. Puzzle or get solution from the commander of the base. Or his corpse if he's already dead. But that is specifically something that requires mystical knowledge to overcome. These locked doors those are going to mark where the commander lived, and his armory, and the base's armory. Alright. Because we want obvious hazards, geomantic instability, we've got environmental degradation, right. So. In here, this is where the Hearthstone can be found. The treasury, or the armory, is here. So we're going to have special material weapons. And special material armor. And in here we're going to have Commander's Room, which is going to include artifact armor and single artifact weapon. I don't like that wall, that solid wall there. We can get rid of that now. And let's start to make this look nice. And let's grab some trees. We'll put that dead one and some of these. Breaking through. And we're doing this because of the environmental degradation that's going on. Those trees are not healthy. We've got some dying trees. And then the healthy ones. Okay. Let's actually see. Do I have a good broken wall token? I should. Let's see. I know what I want to do. We are going to create some images here. We're going to move on to what? Stone. Cracked dungeon ground. Now we're going to have cracks emanating out from here. Because whatever it was that caused the chaos of your setting. Is emanating from here. And then the cracks get a little bit thinner. And we mimic that by just turning down the opacity. But we are also seeing nature begin to encroach. As dust comes in. And we are not concerned at all about maintaining the same ovoid shape. As we build this out. Because the ovoid shape itself was a figment of our creation to show the emanation of the corruption. But we do want it to ultimately have the appearance of recovery. So we are just layering opacities on top. Now the old stone roads. Let's see. We could just have one going on each direction, but I don't like that. made a lot of changes to the work. We'll save that real quick, and I will be right back. Alright. So we have our paths that branch out, as came from our map of the bridge. The stones that have been breaking apart and shrinking as the ground around them begins to collapse and break apart. Now, in your design, or in your write-up, you said this was a tower. And I actually do like that. So what we're going to do is, you remember that trap that was mentioned earlier? That's a trapdoor on the stairs. And that's how you get up and down from the second level. And from here, it's just a simple matter of continually putting layer on top of layer on top of layer of what you want the tower to look like. We are going to put a roof over this tower. Let's make sure we get this centered. Alright, and this is going to be on top of the roof now. We'll do that. And because we want it to be more wooded, here we go. So I would like to present to you the map of your Five Oaks Pagoda. Looking inside, you can see the map, you can see the ground floor. The automations would be on the second, third, and fourth floors. It's clear that the geomancy of the area is off because of the way that the trees are now breaking apart. But it is unknown about the corruption that is actually flooding the area. If you give me one more moment, I'll be right back. Alright, and I have generated the link that you're going to be able to use to copy this map. Export as an image on your own, or if you have an Incarnate account, you'll be able to clone it into your maps and edit for yourself. And that link is going to be posted below in Reddit. Thank you so much for giving me your attention. I hope it was entertaining. I hope my methods were interesting enough. Oh. I will do this. I will do this. Let me show you this map. This entire map was created using that method in which the different walls and the water locations all came from a larger scale rendition of the map, including the islands. So while it says that it's a dungeon generator, you can generate anything using its basic outlines. Alright. Bye.